Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Always, and welcome back to Anti-Material Energy. In the last episode, we started setting up some mob farms. Basically made that area over there a little bit of a plains biome, and mostly just to try to get not only passive mobs, but also hostile mobs, so we can start getting more stuff. Because, well, we need a lot of different elements in order to make much progress in this mod pack. And one of the things I'm discovering is iron's really hard to get. So the best way I know how to get iron currently is trace elements. Trace elements in stone, cobblestone stone, and dirt. And that's, well, kind of terrible. So we're going to try something else. We'll get to that in a moment. But first, we should have enough for the quadruple compressed cobblestone. I've been sitting here just watering, canning, everything, and we should have pretty much exactly enough for the quadruple compressed cobblestone. That's 6,000 cobblestone. And watering this cobblestone generator does speed it up, which is really nice, and we're gonna get some rewards. So just a little bit of a side quest to do. We've completed most of the stuff here. Most things that we need to do, we need to get plutonium by running lava through the chemical decomposer. But the problem is we don't have that much lava to actually do that with. Making lava takes a lot of power, so not something I particularly want to do all that often. We're going to keep that watering can in there, and annihilation planes can go in there. But the basic reward bag we can go ahead and use to get some methyl alcohol. Okay, well, that doesn't actually give us much of anything good. Just more carbon and all that fun stuff. So, yeah, we're going to need to get plutonium. We're going to need to get nitrogen for cocoa beans. Right, we were going to make cocoa beans last time. And I think we can go ahead and do that. So, cocoa beans are theobromine, which is not too complex. We have some nitrogen. What is it? Let's just, don't look up cocoa beans. Look up theobromine. So it is N4. So we just need 4 nitrogens, 2 oxygens, 7 carbons, and 8 hydrogens. Why is hydrogen always so hard to find sometimes? Okay, so all we have to do is put these guys in here. It should be shapeless, and it is. There is theobromine, which might as well look at that in the microscope. And then we can get cocoa beans, which again, might as well look at that in the cocoa beans. Might as well look at that in the microscope. So that should be a quest. We're gonna get some jungle wood, which is really nice, and we're gonna just go ahead and start growing this stuff. I think that will be good enough, and we'll have another slot for cocoa beans. Cool. Otherwise, jungle wood can go in there. We have a lot of trees that are grown. It's fine. But yeah, this is a great way to get nitrogen. Cocoa beans are. And that's going to allow us to get a bunch of other things. Cactus. We need a cactus green. Okay. So we can smelt that up. We also need to get watermelons. So we need 10 watermelons. So let's look up, well, melon. It's just called melon. It is water, asparic acid, and yeah, that stuff. Cucurbitacin? I don't know. Which is going to require a lot of stuff. But you can get it from pumpkins. Can we make pumpkins easily? Actually, we can. Okay, so we're going to start growing a couple more things. Let's get some dirt. Actually, do we have any more of this soil? We don't need it for the trees. Garden soil does not help the trees. as far as I'm aware. So we can grab a little bit of dirt, and we're going to do some fanciness. We're going to do this right back here. So we're going to have something like this. And then something like this. And this is how we're going to grow pumpkins and melons. Or do we want to do it? Let's make it more compact. So we can make it a little bit more compact by putting these guys like so. And I believe that'll work, right? So we plant them on here. They'll try to go to any other ones. We go ahead and do this. Let's just do this and make a cool little pattern. I don't think I have any more garden soil currently, so that's a bummer, but whatever. So we should have the cactus green. So that'll give us this guy. Just gonna give us some sand, which is nice. Go ahead and put that away, as well as some more cactus and whatnot. I'm gonna do that for right now because we're gonna grow a lot of cactus later. I'm gonna set up the farms a little bit better after a bit. Probably put them in the ground, put them over a little bit farther away, just so we can kind of easily get everything taken care of. We'll worry about that later though. So let's go ahead and try to get these watermelons. So let's make pumpkin. And here's how we're going to do this. We're going to make a pumpkin. So it's C30 H4207. 07 C30 H42. I think. Let's double check. I think I was right on that. Yep. Alright, cool. So, carbon, oxygen, hydrogen. So we can turn that into that. And then make a single pumpkin, which we will then look at. And then from there we can make pumpkin seeds. And we're going to start growing some pumpkins. So, 1, 1. We'll watering can them. And they will grow relatively quickly, hopefully. But the idea is we'll use the pumpkins to get more of that stuff so that we can easily make the melons. So, a little bit of fanciness. We're going to put pumpkin seeds in here. I guess that'll be the next one. And yeah, a storage system is going to be kind of complex. We're not going to be able to get into applied logistics really anytime soon because iron is such a pain. We'll get to that after a bit. So I have an idea of how we might be able to get a good bit of iron. It's just a question of whether or not we can. So we're going to grow pumpkin stems. Once these guys are grown, it'll be a lot faster to get pumpkins, and this might not always work, but yeah, I will regrow these guys later. We'll have a nice farm. We might even make an automatic farm, more of the vanilla sort than anything else, but we'll see. So any day now, we'll get our first pumpkin. Or 2. I will put 1 in here. And then this guy we will decompose to get that stuff. And now we should be able to make a single melon. So we need water and aspartic acid. So acid. Oh, we already had a bunch of that stuff. Okay, cool. So NO4. So we're gonna need a nitrogen, 1, 2, 3, 4. N plus 1 for the water. C4, H7. Because I don't believe... Oh, we do have some water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this should be pretty straightforward. H7. Carbon, nitrogen, and hydrogen. Why aren't you... Alright, so I think the acid is going to be something with nitrogen. Oh, you have to make it in twos? That's odd. So 1, 2. Alright, well, that's fine. So we just need to grab double everything. Let's just grab a bunch of everything. That'll be fine. Alright, so there we go. We have the asparic acid. And by the way, I'm probably pronouncing half of this stuff wrong. Not much I can do about that. I'm not really good with chemical names sometimes. Some of them I know, some of them I don't. So there is the melon. Let's go ahead and scan that. And then we're going to turn it into melon seeds. And then we're going to grow them. Easy as that. So, I think let's go ahead and stand here and get the melon stem grown. And then we will worry about everything else. So, I don't know how much of the garden soil I'm going to use. Garden soil is really nice because you don't need to use water. But at the same time, I don't know. We'll figure things out. Garden soil, we might be able to make a really cool farm with pistons and stuff for melons and pumpkins. And these are really good sources of getting carbon and hydrogen. They have a lot of carbon and hydrogen in them. So that's kind of a thing. There's a skeleton. I want to go kill the skeleton. Skeletons is something that we need because we're going to try to get into the Pearcel mod. Now, in case you're not aware, I don't know if the mod maker, the mod pack maker, what is his name? Oh no, I know it. Is it in here? What is his name again? Oh, I feel really bad. I know it. Oh man, that's gonna bother me now. Anyways, the Pearcel mod. I don't know if the mod pack maker made that mod or not. But it's basically named after him. That's why it's so. It's not Pearcel. It's Pearcel. Pearcel. That's his name. So yeah, the fact that it's named after him kind of tells you that it's probably a really powerful mod. And it is. It really is. It's kind of ridiculous how powerful Pearcel can be. It's just a matter of getting everything to work. And the first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to get access to the actual seeds. So how bad is it to make the garden soil? It's sand and dirt. Okay, that's actually really easy. Plus some seeds. Alright, so let's go ahead and take all this melon stuff. That should be the quest. It certainly is. We're going to get a golden bag of holding. That's actually really nice. And some melon. So let's go ahead and do something like this. Let's also grab one more melon seed. And we're going to go over to our mob farm because we're about to get a lot of mobs. And yeah, it's a blood moon. We're going to get a lot of mobs and it's going to be great. So they should spawn fairly quickly. I think, because the blood moon cancels out the proximity effect. So typically you can't have mobs spawn if you're right next to where they would be spawning. That's canceled out by the blood moon. They can spawn where they normally can't. And so, yeah, but it might be too lit up. So we should be able to just do that and it should change, but I don't know. Do we really need the mobs? Right now, not really. So we have that taken care of. Phosphorus, we need 20 bone meal, which is good because we're going to need some bone meal anyways, and we're going to get a lot of bones from that. So let's go ahead. If we have 7 bones, we do. Alright, we have 21 bone meal. Awesome. We're going to need this. And this is going to give us calcium and phosphorus. Put that stuff away. And doesn't lead to anything else. We need to kill a lot of mobs. I've killed 12 so far. So that tells you I've been doing a little bit of work, but not that much. And now, before we do really anything else, we're going to try to get into Pearcel. So in order to do this, in order to get started, we need to get some seeds. Seeds are gotten from grass. So I have a nice big area, and there's already a couple of seeds. Those are normal seeds. So we just need to do this for a little bit. Aha, Pearcel seeds. We have one now. Let's try to get another. And we're also getting yellow flowers, which is nice. Yellow flowers is going to give us access to yellow dye, obviously, which I believe is some more elements. I don't actually know. So there's 3 seeds. That should be enough for now. God, it's so red. Let's grab some sand and some dirt. And we'll put that stuff away. We want all but one of the sands. And I have this chest for flowers, because I was expecting to get some flowers. So we're going to make some more garden soil. We can put the seeds away. I'm going to put, we'll keep the Pearcel seeds for right now. We're going to put the bone meal in there. And this dirt can go back. Alright, so we're going to grow up some Pearcel seeds. So let's do a 3x3 of this stuff. Now I don't know how good these are, and I don't know how useful they're going to be in the long run, but we will find out. So we just need to get them growing. Let's put a torch down. Not that it really matters. Anyways, there's a ton of mobs over there. Let's go kill them. This should make things a little bit easier. Getting all the stuff. They're also maybe not. I always thought they were a little bit stronger, but I don't think they are. They just spawn a lot more. And they don't really care about your proximity and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of neat. But let's go ahead and open a basic reward bag. Alcohol? I have no idea what that stuff is. Never actually heard of that before, but okay. So hey, we have cocoa beans. We can grow more cocoa beans. And a lot of the stuff we're going to need to get a lot of, just to get more and more stuff. So none of these guys are growing. So let's just try to watering can them, and hopefully they will grow. They might not grow on... Oh, no, they are. Okay, never mind. So we're going to harvest these guys. We're going to try to get some Pearcel, because what I want to get to, and this is the hard part, and I don't understand how it actually works, but we need ME matter. And that is stuff that I don't know how to get whatsoever. But it is an easy source of iron. My other option for iron that I've been able to tell, outside of just basically placing decomposer, which I wanted to look up. How difficult is it to make another decomposer? Is there an easy recipe? No. There is not an easy recipe. This is really, really, really difficult. Yeah. So that tells me that there has to be a halfway easy way to get iron. Iron is kind of important for like everything. So there's got to be a halfway decent way to get some. The two options I've thought of is, okay, we do have to break them. That's a little bit of a pain. But can we turn these into seeds? I know we can turn, yes, we can. Okay. So we're going to get a little bit more seeds. Because they don't always drop seeds. So this is kind of a way to make sure you get seeds. So let's grab a handful of seeds. And there is our 5. So that should be the quest. We're going to get 10 Pearcels. Perfect. So let's just continuously grow more. For right now. Now, the Pearcels are useful for a couple of things. We can't microscope them. That's a little bit of a bummer. Let's go ahead and put that stuff in there. Let's take a stack of cobblestone and run it through there. Because why not? We'll get a little bit more iron. And zombie flesh can go in there. Alright, so the next quest is... One, we can make Pearcel bread, which the recipe is Pearcel flour, which is bread and Pearcel. So we make some bread. We make some Pearcel flour. And basically it's a way to, in a sense, duplicate bread. So we just got 6 bread out of 1. And that's going to give us a reward bag. There's Pearcel pie, which is flour, Pearcel, and eggs. We don't have access to eggs yet. That'll be relatively soon. So we can't do that. But we can get the Pearcel chemical. So, decomposer. Let's go ahead and clear this out. Nothing there is dangerous or anything like that. They're all stable metals. Or non-metals. So let's put like a few in there. What is the chance? It's a 10% chance. So out of 10 we should get 1. Theoretically. So let's grow more. And we can start eating Pearcel bread. Does it do anything? Nope. Okay. Doesn't seem to. Alright, so we just kind of need to get more and more of this stuff. And then eventually we will be able to, well, do fancy things. Hopefully. Pearcel is something that I've struggled with in the past. I know that it has a tendency to, how do I want to put this? It has a tendency to kind of ruin your day when it comes to like flight. We had issues in Material Energy Hypercubed, which I'm still working on that, by the way. It is going to take forever still. Maybe next week I will put up an episode of that. Potentially the last episode. I don't know yet. I need to do a lot of prep work, and I just haven't had time. But we've had issues with the Angel Ring not working because of the Pearcel mod. So I actually removed it in the in Hypercubed. So yeah, there's not too much documentation on the stuff. There is, but there isn't. It's kind of weird. It's a weird mod, but what I'm hoping to get to is if we can get the ME matter. If we look at iron, we can easily make it out of ME matter. The problem is I don't know how to get this stuff. The other option is alchemy. So there is alchemy stuff. If we look at equivalent exchange, is it the Philosopher's Stone? Yeah, well, you can make different things with the Philosopher's Stone. And that's kind of part of what we need to deal with. The MineChem Stone doesn't do as well, but there are ways to get different things. I just don't know how. Really cool looking stuff. So there's probably ways, but I just don't know the best way right now to get most elements that we need. So that is kind of where we're at. Let's go ahead and decompose, like, I guess the rest of those. Hey, we got, whoa. That has a lot of stuff in it. Cool, we got Pearcel. So now there is a Pearcel mob. We need to spawn Pearcel mob. We need a golden egg and a bunch of Pearcel. Alright, that's a lot of stuff. Let's go ahead and put that away. We have 2 basic rewards. Let's go ahead and open these. I have no idea what that stuff is. And methyl alcohol. Cool. Put that stuff in there. And yeah, iron. Still, how do we do this? Alright, so let's take a break on that. I will farm up. I will probably you know what? I think I will go ahead and start getting a farm set up. I'm just gonna push it like back a little bit farther over here. Do a double chest or something of all the stuff we need and whatnot. It'll be fine. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and take a look. We're gonna need melon charcoal. So we're gonna need a melon block. What other kinds of charcoals are we going to need? So we've already done the charcoal. Egg charcoal, apple charcoals. I don't think we've gotten any apples yet. Potato, carrot, and pumpkin charcoal. Okay. Well, I have a pumpkin. So let's go ahead and charcoal both of these. And then eventually we'll make the compressed blocks of all that. That'll be some kind of automation stuff once we get to that point. But there is the melon charcoal. Claim reward. And the pumpkin charcoal will be shortly. There we go. And we have 2 more basics. So we get salt. It's kind of nice. And some more alley alcohol. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that one right. I have no idea what that stuff is. So yeah, we're going to need a lot of different stuff. We can go ahead and chop down more trees. And this is going to give us our first apple. And eventually what I need to do is we're going to need to get chickens. Chickens is like the most important thing at this point to kind of obtain. It's going to take a little bit of time, but shouldn't be too bad. So we can put that away. I'm just going to take 1 apple, make it charcoal. And we have a ton of wood. So can we use this to, is there any way to like compress this? Out of curiosity? Nope. Okay, fair enough. So we just need to figure out a good way to get iron. That's kind of where we're at right now. And to be honest, I have no idea. So there is apple. Open another salt bag, and I'll put the apple charcoal in there. We'll do something like this, because we're going to have a lot of wood. So the apples can go in there. Perfect. So, I guess let's go ahead and grab our biome painter, plains capsule, and we could do 19 more areas. So we'll grab some more dirt here in a moment. And we're going to have plenty of resources relatively soon. It's just a matter of getting the right resources. Let's grab like 5 more dirt. Let's see. F3. This is plains. This is plains. This is not. So what we do, we plains it. Plains it. We hit those two. Plains, plains, plains. Now this is all plains. We can watering can this. And then if we run away, we might get an animal finally. So that's pretty much all we want from that. Is just to start getting animals, and then eventually we will turn that into an entire. Once we have one of all the animals, we can turn that into an entire like mob farm type stuff. So should be fun, should be easy, should be nice. But we just need to get access to things. So Pearcel is going to probably take a while to get into any farther. Alley smelter. That just does so much iron. I don't know how to get iron. I might look into that. So chemistry. There's a couple things here that we can't really do anything with because they're unnamed quests. They're secrets, and that's about it. So I will tell you guys what. There's also one thing, yeah. Ore Cascade book. We need Ore Cascade white, which is golden iron. So I will tell you guys what. I think we're going to go ahead and end the episode off here. We got a good bit of stuff done. Bunch of stuff growing. I am going to try to figure out what's next, and I'm also going to start setting up some farms. So the plan is we're going to set up some farms over in this area for all the different materials we have. How good is this bread? It's the good as normal bread. Cool. So that is probably a really good food source. So you know what? I'm going to throw my potatoes in there. So the plan is I'm going to set up the farm to be a little bit better off. Might do more tree farm stuff a little bit farther away, and then try to figure out the best way to get iron. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!